So I'll just take him around with me. Ah, you bugger! I'm going to do something a bit different in this video. I've never done it before. It's always just been recipes. But I'm going to give you a tour of my vegetable garden because I try and use freshly grown produce as much as I can in my recipe videos. And I thought it'd be quite a good idea to show you where it all comes from. We've been in this house for 8 years this summer. Done quite a lot of work to the vegetable garden. I'm pretty happy with how it's looking at the moment, so we'll have a walk around. I've not tidied it up before this video. I literally just saw somebody do one of these on YouTube last night and I thought, oh, I could do one of these. So it's a bit messy and nothing has been planned, so we'll see how it goes. Right, let's do it. You should know this honeysuckle sensation is its name. It smells absolutely amazing. So every time you walk in here, you can smell it. So this is it from a distance. We've got all the raised beds. That is my potting shed. It used to be a greenhouse and the greenhouse blew away, and we've got a polytunnel up there that we will work our way around. So here's just kind of the beds where I've just got things that are about to go in the garden and a few bits and pieces. So here are flowers that we put in the garden. This is rocket that I've cut back. This is some lettuce, I think it's called Lola Rossa, which I'm actually letting it go to seed so I can sow the seeds later in the year and next year. This is broccoli that I'll be putting in the garden. I've never actually grown normal broccoli before. This is the first time I've done it, so we'll see how that goes. Here's some different types of lettuce. That one's called Grenoble Red. That one's just some generic lettuce from a packet. Lots of parsley. So on the recipes, when I garnish with something green, that is it. Some more flowers waiting to go in the garden, in amongst some spring onions. Here, a bit of a disaster. It was onions, or it is onions, but they've all bolted and gone to flower. I just haven't hoiked them out yet. Peas. Last year, the peas never actually got picked and made it into the kitchen because the kids just come out and pick them and eat them straight in the garden as a snack, which is great, but it means they never actually make it into the kitchen. Here is the herbs. What we've got, two different types of mint. So this is called a chocolate mint, and it smells absolutely amazing. That's sort of a more bog standard mint. Sage, marjoram, and here's thyme. You can see the bees love it. Where did he? There we go. And that obviously smells amazing. Chives, and yeah, there's more herbs elsewhere. Here, I just put this in this year. It's a frame to support sweet peas. So I've got them here rather than the main garden because normally we just use them for picking. Here are my two tatty beds. These are looking a bit worse for wear, but the rest of them are looking good. This is Albert Bartlett Rooster. I mean, this was just a pack that I got from the supermarket and just stuck them in the ground. I know people say buy seed potatoes and make sure they're disease free, but I've done this before and it's been fine. And then here is the new potatoes. That is Kestrel, the variety that are got little purple bits on them, and I've already taken a few up and they need to come up soon, but I've kept some of them for seed every year, and I think this is my 4th year of keeping the potato for next year, the year after. We'll go in the greenhouse in the polytunnel later. Here we've got carrots. It needs thinned out, but they are Amsterdam forcing. Here's the main selection of peas. We've gone to absolute town on it, like I said, because the kids just smash them. And in the middle of that, we've got some sunflowers. So they're the tallest ones. Again, not for any practical reason, just the kids want to grow them and see how tall we can get them. Here we've got carrots down here and here. And here there should be parsnips, but they haven't come through yet. And yes, it does need weeded. That's just a bed full of shite, literally. Horse manure. So we just fill it up with horse manure. keep filling it up. It'll shrink down, keep filling it up, and then leave it, and then by spring next year that'll be fine and we can plant straight into it. Here we've got some pumpkins. That's a variety called jack-o'-lantern. So I don't think they're that good for eating. I've not grown that variety before, but apparently it's like a really good variety for carving. Here again, more sunflowers, different varieties, different heights, and in amongst them, so this is some practical stuff where we can actually eat it. That's purple sprouting broccoli. So it's really small. You plant it like now. I think it was sown in the greenhouse in April maybe, and then planted out, and you don't actually harvest it until next year, but it will grow up tall and they'll need supported, and that's the purple sprouting ones. So that's all beds. Here we're going to like the fruiting bit. Raspberries all down here. They're actually not doing too well this year. This is probably like the worst year that they've been. I mean, there are some there. It's maybe a bit. They're not quite, oh God, not quite ready yet. It needs a bit longer. More raspberries there, autumn fruiting ones, so they'll come through later in the year. Here we've got black currants, so we've used them in crumble, and we've put them in jams. I've not made my own fruit juice with it, but I suppose you could. And there's some broccoli. It needs a bit broccoli. Oh my God, rhubarb. I do know the difference between broccoli and rhubarb. Rhubarb, that just needs a bit of a tidy up. So there we go. I planted all these hedges all the way around. It's hornbeam, so it gives a bit of shelter because it's quite windy where we are in Aberdeenshire, and it got a bit of a beating, or it used to. And this hornbeam helps keep everything a bit more sheltered, and it looks nice, and it makes it more like a little room. So into Polytunnel, got a couple of flowers. This is amazing. This is like a creeping thyme. Oh, it looks great, and the bees love it as well. There's another one. Right, Polytunnel. Strawberries, they've all been cut back because we already had an amazing harvest from them a few weeks ago. Super juicy, huge, and yeah, I've cut them back, so hopefully we'll get another go at them. Here we've got tomatoes. So that's Gardener's Delight. They're all cherry tomatoes. I don't actually grow the big ones because I eat the cherry tomatoes way more frequently. So that's Gardener's Delight. They're red ones. Now here are two varieties that I got. It's just apart from the supermarket of the different coloured cherry tomatoes. So that one is called Honey Drop, or these two are yellow, and then these two are called Ivorino, which are orange. So yeah, all I did is just get the tomatoes from the supermarket, squeeze out the seeds and plant them. It's really easy to do. And then we've got some basil down the bottom there. Again, that was just a pot plant from the supermarket. There's a bee literally landed on my face. Look. So I'll just take him around with me. I don't really fancy it, so I'll try and get rid of him with a being stuck. You bugger! Would you believe it? Would you believe it? Just got stung in the head. So that's unreal. Right, we're going to stop this video and we'll come back once I put some cream on. So I return with a slightly swollen head, and I've put cream on it. I was hoping to film this video all in one take, but that bee knocked that idea on the head. It didn't leave its sting in it, so hopefully it's okay and survives to live another day. Right, let's go back to the polytunnel. So I think we've finished chatting about the tomatoes. That was a blueberry plant that I've not taken out yet. That is a blueberry plant, as is that one, but we've not really had anything from them this year. Here is corn. That'll grow, corn on the cob will grow to pretty much the whole height. In terms of money saved from buying vegetables, that's probably the one, along with berries, that is the best for saving a few quid, because 2 corns in the supermarket, I think about £2, and we'll get probably 20 off all of those, maybe 5, maybe a bit more, 25, maybe 5 from each plant. So yeah, it's a pretty good one. Here we've got cucumbers, we've got 6 of them. They're quite cool. They'll grow all the way up this string and then they'll go along the string, and they crop for, once they start producing the fruit. I mean, there's actually one. This genuinely wasn't even here like 2 days ago. Just like a little one there. And you can pick them when they're quite small. I'll normally pick them a little bigger than they are because they're really crunchy. And here's another one too, actually. Oh, that's amazing. They've honestly just come through. But yeah, we get so much from them. They just keep fruiting and fruiting and fruiting, and they are awesome. So let's start to round things up. We'll go and have a nosy in, I still call it the greenhouse because it is green. There we go, Daddy's special place. And here it's kind of empty at the moment because most of the stuff's out in the garden. Like, this is where we get stuff going, and that's kind of storage. And then here, yeah, it's no fruits and veg at all. It's all just, oh no, that's a lie. That's some more lettuce that can go out, but the rest is lavender and some house plants. And this is what I do for gifts. If you go to people's houses, I sort of make house plants for them and give them to, these are actually peas. We've got more because I think the kids will smash all of those, and we will need more peas. And yeah, there's some spider plants from that, again for gifts. So that is us pretty much done. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that video. Something a bit different. If you found it interesting, you can let me know in the comments below, and I will give you a tour later on in the season and we can see how things are doing. Or if you think I should just stick to doing recipes, you can also comment and let me know about that as well. Anyway, thanks for watching. Head is fine, a little bit swollen, but yeah, comment below, let me know what you thought of the video, and I will speak to you later. See ya.